Hi everyone, welcome to the book of Jane. Today it's a glorious, beautiful fall sunny afternoon here in Oregon and so happy to be alive. Okay, let's get into it really quickly today. Today's video is about how to inhale essential oils. Yep, pretty simple little video today. What I most want to get across to you guys is how simple it is, how people forget to do it. They do all the time. They forget, oh, I forgot that I could do that. And what brought this video on today and why I chose to do this was yesterday I had a lady on the table who was having some family issues, and man, that energy was just flying all over the room and she was just buzzing away. And that's exactly what lives are like, you know, whether it's a work issue, a family issue, a marriage issue, world issue, whatever, there's so many things sort of coming at your soul, you know, from the world now, that we need to remember how to sort of take it off in an energetic way. And I feel like inhaling essential oils is just a really good way to clear thoughts out, to maybe get the cobwebs out, to give you that little extra energy if you have to get on another Zoom call this afternoon. You know, Zoom fatigue is becoming a real thing because it is very hard. I don't Zoom that much with people, but I've sat in those Zoom meetings like, you know, you're trying to look all happy and you're like, so you got to keep it up. Okay, so I believe you guys know this already, but I'll go over it again. Okay, Doterra is what I use at home and in the treatment room, and it is the main oil in my Italians and Healers treatment here at the Book of Jane. Okay, so I've been with Doterra for a really long time. Mountain Rose is my local oil out of Eugene, Oregon. I am an affiliate with them, and that link will be provided below. It is a beautiful line of all products herbal that you really just need to go in there and look around. If you are ever in Eugene or close to Eugene, I would say go visit their retail store and get the big basket. Okay, because you sort of go like this. And it's pretty exciting. I've been in places where all of their products were up on a wall. It's like an apothecary, you know? And I'm like, oh, and you can smell them all and play with them all. It's lovely, and then you can really pick out what you want. So if you ever get down there, just take a look at their retail store. And then of course, Young Living is where I started in essential oils 35 years ago, maybe even 36 years ago. So that was my introduction. I still remember the basil oil that my mom gave me, and it's still probably one of my favorites because that's kind of where I started. So, okay, it is not hard, y'all. Now, there's several different ways. There are little inhalers that you can buy. They look like little lipstick tubes that are out there on the market. I'm not ever that fancy when it comes to essential oils. They sort of go down my throat or on my wrist or in the back of my neck. They're just sort of getting sprinkled on me all the time. I never have sort of fancy carriers. There's little clay pendants that people wear that they infuse with oils. That's not enough for me. So really the easiest way to do it is to just put a couple of drops in your hand. Rub your hands together like this. Don't get it on your fingers. Okay, and then make a little tent, put it over your nose, close. You know, your fingers are going to get tucked up against your skin like this. Sorry. And that oil will enter your system and just lay right back over the top of your head, and and sometimes it might be a little too much, you know, so don't like start snorting it up in there. Take your time. If this is your first time trying to inhale an oil, start with something really gentle like orange or lemon or maybe a little lavender. Lavender can be a little overpowering for some people as well, but just start out small. And the thing about inhaling oils is that you can do it anywhere. In the car, you can sneak into a bathroom if you're in a really stressful meeting and you just need a little, like, oh, this is getting too much, and you just need to clear your head. That is actually what I do with it, is I clear my head. When I have to think like a lot, like I am editing video or I am working on a new program on the computer, and I'm going like this because it's not my favorite medium. Computers are not my favorite things. Books are my favorite things. On a book, I have no trouble at all. But when I have to remember where I clicked before and I don't, this is where it's very valuable. On an airplane ride, when you just need to get the airport off of you, or you just need a little, to be next to all those people in that environment. Airplanes are very stressful because we're just tucked in there, and sometimes people aren't pleasant at airports. Y'all know that, right? It's super great before you go to bed. It's super great in the morning if you're not a morning person and it's the first thing you do. If you inhale a little rosemary lavender blend first thing in the morning, and then you drink your 16 ounces of water, it can absolutely change your day. It can change the hour. It can change the minute. It is one of those habits, just like dry body brushing, that I get real preachy about, that you just need to get in there. Like, you just need to just get in there and do it. So I keep essentials in my car, of course. A lot of times after work, I have peppermint and rosemary and lavender in my car right now, and I'll just grab one and inhale it on the way home at a light. Do you know? Like, you've got a minute, right, to do something, and then it just releases the day for me as well. We don't want to take, maybe what has happened in the middle of the day, through the door. Right? It's a really good way to release the day and not take all that negative stuff into your house. Your house needs to be a little sacred, and your bedroom needs to be your chamber, your sleeping chamber. So that's another really good way to sort of do it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to do eucalyptus. Lots of people can't do eucalyptus, you guys, but I can, because I dip myself in these oils. Now, when I'm smelling an oil, like I'm shopping for one or something, I go like this, because I can get a real good sense of what that oil smells like. You can also do this if you don't want to put it on your hands, right? You can smell the cap, but you do need to close. I'm going to set this right here. I'm afraid it's going to spill. You do need to close one of your nostrils. It'll be shocking how much better it is, because there's a ton of oil on that crap right there. Oh, it's so yummy. Also, if you're an allergy sufferer, remember, I am not a doctor. This is just a suggestion. This is not medical advice. Oh, I know, it's glorious. That's one way. If you don't want to get it on your hands, I do have a couple of clients that go, oh, I don't want to do that on my hands, right? So let me show you, though, how much product it takes, which is nothing, okay? This is hoe wood. This is one of my favorites from Mountain Rose. I know that's backwards, but oh, you guys, like, that's a drop. Do you see that? One little drop. So I go like this. Whatever oils you own right now are the ones you need to be inhaling. Okay? Right over my nose. Telling you guys, it's wonderful. You can feel it in the back of your throat. Of course, you can feel it running down into your nostrils and down into your sinuses. If you have to have a serious discussion with your family, I would highly suggest you inhale some oils before you start, because it'll keep things calm. You could start a little ritual with your kids every night to inhale oils before they go to bed. That would be a fun little thing. I would suggest maybe dry body brushing them as well. I am going to shoot that video next week on how to dry body brush your family and your children. I hope this helps everybody and helps you understand the power of essential oils and how much I love them and how to just implement them into your everyday life. Super simple, easy, not inexpensive, by the way, to put this powerful, I sort of think these are gifts from God into your life. I hope this helps everybody. Signing off for today. Please subscribe for me. I'm growing this channel. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Or if you have a suggestion for information about spa-ing or massage or anything that you'd like to talk about, I would love to hear from you. I am signing off for today here on the Book of Jane. Have a glorious week, everybody, and I'll see you next week.